Look, I know I said I was gonna get the Sony ZV-1 last time, but listen. As a filmmaker, especially a filmmaker on a budget, you gotta be picky on the kind of gear that you do choose to get. Gear does kind of matter sometimes. But today we're focusing on the Insta360. Now I am gonna buy this one, and I'm gonna tell you why. Something that is very important to me about tools for filmmaking, especially cameras, is the ease of use. Something that's really awesome about the Insta360 X3, the menu system is so easy to navigate. The fact that you're able to swipe down, swipe left, or swipe right, different menu options, it mitigates the need for extra buttons and makes the device a lot more intuitive and easy to use. Now, speaking of easy to use, there is a quick menu button, which I believe every camera should have, because that means you're able to get to certain settings that you need a lot faster. Just with one quick button on the side of the camera, you're able to switch between your own custom options of how you want to shoot your video, whether it's 360 or if it's me mode, if you're holding out the pole and you're just filming yourself, or if you want to get creative with it, you can whip this thing around your head in bullet mode. Now, there are some pros and cons to this camera that you do have to consider if you are trying to be more creative in your filmmaking, especially on YouTube. You can get 5.7K and even 4K in most settings of this camera. Do keep in mind that it is only a half-inch sensor. Quality of video isn't gonna be something that you get out of a Sony a7 IV. It's gonna be roughly around what you would get from, like, say, an iPhone 12. You're gonna get a cool image. That's the whole point of this camera, is getting a really cool creative image. It's meant to just get crazy shots that you can't get with, like, say, a Sony a7 IV or a C70 or Canon R5. This camera is simply made to get super creative shots. I'm a very run and gun filmmaker, so I have a vlog set up. I have my phone as a secondary vlog camera, but I wanted a camera that I can use in situations where I can't fit my big Sony a7 IV, or I want to get a more dynamic, interesting shot that my phone can't get. That's where the Insta360 X3 comes in, where you can get a 360 shot, or you can use one of the lenses, the rear or the front, to get a more just one angle action shot. Honestly, I'd be more tempted to strap this to something and do an action shot than my phone, because if I lose this, I just lose the camera. But if I lose my phone, that's kind of everything. This isn't a full out tech review. If you want an in-depth tech review, I highly recommend watching Marques Brownlee do a deep dive in the full spec sheet of this camera. I just want to talk about a run and gun filmmaker might want to get with this kind of camera. It's literally the camera you would want to use to get the super wacky, weird shots.
I was filming it wrong before.
My favorite thing about this camera that I really look for into really any camera gear that I get is how can I use it by myself to make a YouTube video where I don't have to rely on others to help me second shoot something. I can just sit this camera in the leaves somewhere. I can attach it to a tree where maybe people won't really see it. If I attach this Sony a7 IV with the Gorilla Pod onto something, someone's gonna see it. This camera is so nimble and small, I can put this in my pocket.
You can totally use this as a vlog camera, in my opinion. I just feel like if you're gonna use it extended and really take advantage of the 360, I really feel like you should get some sort of lav mic to really get the best audio you can.
When it comes to really any shots with the camera, it is much better in really, really well lit areas. If I were to use it right now, you would definitely see some grain. But when it comes to filmmaking, when it comes to run and gun filmmaking as a YouTuber, you can forego crappy quality in the video sometimes, as long as your audio is good. I can't tell you how much I love this camera. I've been talking about this for 3 years. No clickbait here, I'm really gonna buy this camera. It's just so cool. Something quirky, and I'm a quirky filmmaker.